Hey everyone, Kyle here. Just to give everyone a heads up heading into this week's episodes of Pajodquest, we had a lot of technical difficulties during the stream. There was a gigantic lightning storm in Alberta, so we had different issues at different times with Ryan, Shane, and Dane. We also had Chris's usual computer droppages hitting us, as well as difficulties at different times with Discord itself and with Roll20 off and on. So there's going to be a lot of random cuts and some jank. We cut parts of it that made sense, but we had to keep some of it for plot. So I do hope you bear with us through the technical difficulties. And when you notice things like Chris's portrait disappearing all the time from Roll20, there wasn't much that we could do. But with that being said, I think that you'll still enjoy the week's episodes. First one might be a little bit rough because it happened a lot in the first one, but heading in, I think that you'll enjoy where things go. What plot twists are coming your way. Anyways, thanks a lot, everyone. Enjoy the video.
Hey, Quadri, you go first. Oh, I go first. Okay.
Nice. Quadri,
I start off nice. I start off with just a basic attack. I'm going to put some flair into it and flourish, like do a couple of feints, and then throw a straight like poke, like right to the face. Okay.
with a
If she
rapier,
misses.
you're going for a poke? That's more of a...
A stab? Is that what? Okay.
No. I'm like, you don't use the tip with a rapier. You use the sides.
Come on, Ryan, know your
JK, I'm
swords.
thinking of sabers.
Yes.
All right, so your attack slips past her defenses, and you manage to
Damage.
God damn it.
take her.
Oh, 11 damage. Yeah.
Yeah, you managed to do max damage on the first hit. So she's gonna be like really put off by this. Like
She came
when
in
you got her.
unprepared.
So immediately Quadri pushes the rapier back to his face like a Jedi, and then puts it down and says to her, "I hope you've been practicing because I have."
God damn. Stone
We're
cold.
gonna end this quickly as the crowd roars, of course.
Indeed.
Hang on, are you like the crowd's gathered around you like you're Kiryu in like a sword
Yeah.
fight with the hooligans? Yeah.
Mhm.
You
Exactly,
just-
and
you
they're
just
cheering.
pull
They're
out-
throwing.
Yeah.
They're throwing yen that I'm gonna
just-
get when I beat her up.
Opened with a heat move.
Yeah. Now I need to grab a weapon and throw her through it. Somehow.
All right. So she sort of backs away a little bit, and she whispers something, and you see on her finger is a ring, and a magical force springs up around her front like a shield. So she casts shield. 1 second.
I didn't realize we were allowed to use magic.
I thought this was a one-on-one duel with swords.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
she's
duel.
she's a cheater. She's a cheater.
She could
It's
do-
okay.
she could do
What a
Quadri
rule
Quadri
breaker.
just needs his rapier.
Ryan, you just activated her trap card.
Indeed.
It's that kind of duel.
All right.
Yeah,
So
like Hearthstone.
when someone casts a shield spell as a bonus action, they get a +5 bonus to AC until the beginning of their next turn.
Okay.
So this is her bonus action. She'll still be able to attack you. So she hitches to the right, hitches to the left, and slides in to try to beat your defenses here. So all right, that's going to be a miss. I'm pretty
Correct.
sure.
What is she targeting?
Huh?
What is she targeting?
You
Yeah, what armor class, dexterity, what is that trying to beat?
AC.
Okay, yeah, that's a miss, obviously.
All right, Quadri, follow it up. Gracie's
Well-
higher than usual now.
I mean, I could. If she wants to really start doing magics,
Yeah.
lady. I mean, you want to
Good
get
lord.
down that card with me.
Does anyone else find it kind of absurd how he just met this woman he hasn't seen in many years, and the first thing he does is start dancing around like an idiot? And then when she gets upset,
It does,
and when she gets
Shane,
upset,
have
he
you not
decides to like cut her down.
have you not been following that this is a like 70-year-old man who used to live underground, who used to be a fencing champion, who now sings around and performs crazy theater art like a gesture? He's fucking batshit insane.
Yeah. All right, Ryan. Take your turn, dick.
Anyway, I don't know what I should do. I'm looking.
Yeah.
That's why I was
I
responding.
forgot battle music. What am I thinking?
Come on,
Indeed.
Dane. What the fuck? We expect a certain level of professionalism out of these campaigns, even if we're not delivering it. Also, Shane, we've lost your portrait. Try reloading
We've lost-
Roll20 if you please.
We've lost your portrait for Talatops.
Oh, weird. I can still see it, and that's all that really matters.
Yeah, it's Roll20, I think, doing it too.
Oh, for sure.
It's not doing
Chris
me
has
as
been
well.
kind of popping.
I'm actually going to
Okay, I'll come back. Just give me 2 seconds.
I'm trying to just remember what my my shades due date. I'm just reading everything here.
They require that you have played music for, I believe, at least a minute.
Yeah, he did.
So
Start
you
early,
could,
though.
Yeah.
you did start early. So in this case, you could use them and cast suggestion on her.
Yeah, we're good.
You know what? I'm not. I'm just gonna. I've been liking how this battle goes, so I'm gonna use a performance check to perform a flourishing move. I am going to backflip on top of one of the bystanders and fall down on her with my sword coming down onto her head.
All right. So she will have a disadvantage to hit you next turn. She'll have a disadvantage to hit you next turn, and you will have advantage to hit her next turn. But no hits will actually take place on your turn.
Okay. Well, there was my performance roll for doing that as well.
Yeah, that's good. You're above DC 10. That's good enough for me.
Okay.
All right. So she is like really put aback by this as you like backflip. She tries to sort of like bolt forward and launch her bait at you as you're flying through the air, though it's going to be a lot harder for her to do so. So let's do it.
You're kind of like an anime character, actually, now that I think about it.
I am. That's what I was going for. Something crazy. I never do crazy characters.
All right. So 11 versus your DC, your AC.
11 versus my AC.
Yep.
14.
She totally misses as her rapier goes between your flying legs. You leap and you attack. So do your attack on your turn with advantage.
And this is advantage. Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, Chris is with me though. Haha. Sweet.
All right. So unfortunately, she no longer has shield. However, that's not enough to beat her AC. She herself dodges back as your rapier plunges into the girders.
The duel is on. So it's her turn now, correct?
Yeah, she casts shields again before attacking
What a
once
puss.
more. She has about 3 uses of shield or so. All right, 18 versus AC.
That is a hit.
All right, 1 second.
She's gonna use magic. I don't see any reason why Quadri can't.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about casting a suggestion. She can do 5 damage to me. I got lots of health.
She gets you. You get 9.
9 damage.
Yep.
26 health.
All right, your turn.
That's not insignificant.
Quadri will definitely use the Star Trek shades now that he's been playing music for some of this.
Yep.
I don't know if I have those on spells or not. Yeah, I do.
Yep. You don't have the advanced one yet, so something that is reasonable. So you can't command her to like stab herself until you level up more in your bard school. But you can do something a little more subtle. It must be worded in a manner to take the course of action sound reasonable.
So Quadri stops after she hits him and smirks, and then starts thrusting his sword in the air and dancing, and uses that as a suggestion to get her to do the same thing. And as she does that, he stabs her in the chest, or that's what he's going to do. Try to do it while she's being
The
suggested.
sexual innuendo in this duel is ridiculous.
It was up. It was up. It was like this. It was a dance.
I bet it was up.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Just gonna
Ryan,
stop.
that was-
Things-
Okay, I'm gonna roll my damage dice.
Yeah, all right.
So I'm assuming I have advantage because of this, or
Yeah,
Sliding
so
under his-
on
Poke in
the
the
shades
face.
is going to be a standard action, so she'll waste her, her next turn dancing, but then the turn after that you'll have advantage on the
okay.
hit,
So now it's my I see. So she wasted her turn dancing now, and so yeah,
so you can try to hit her.
with advantage.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
23.
that passes right through her defenses and deal damage. So the crowd was clapping this whole time, so she's like dancing with the beat.
So I'm gonna make that cold damage too, by the way.
All right. She flinches in pain as she realizes that you have an enchanted blade, and she looks down at it suspiciously as if she's like, "What have you done?"
Yeah.
She's really hurting. She's bloodied at this point. So her, let's see.
Nobody.
So she is, as a person that's bloodied, she's obviously vulnerable to attempts to, intimidate her and make her flee or whatever. But you can just keep attacking her if you wanted to. Azella's turn. She casts shield one more time, and raises her blade up toward her eyeballs. Concentrates super hard. You can see the blade flash once, as if there's some sort of special property. And it attacks. It actually splits into 2 blades, and you are attacked twice.
Damn.
So she has a magic weapon, if you want to take it from her, if you kill her.
Indeed.
1 second.
Yeah, that would be. She has a rapier too, I'm assuming, since we were dueling.
Yep. 18 on the first hit.
That hits.
And the second one is 17.
Second one hits too.
Damn,
Okay,
Ryan's
1
in
second.
trouble.
She's gonna take some damage here. It's okay, I got this. She's bloodied.
So she'll roll 2d8 plus 8 damage. So 15 damage.
All right.
How you hanging in there?
He actually has high con, so it's possible he survived that.
So I took 9 to start, right?
Yes.
Yep.
9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah. Ryan, you're gonna have
I got 11
you're gonna
health.
have to switch up your tactics. You should probably try taking her.
She's
from
almost
behind
dead,
next
but I have an
turn.
idea here.
Yeah, she's
Bye.
almost dead. But that was a good hit. She got you twice with her
Yeah.
magic weapon.
Yeah. So this. What does this count as an action? This spell, Dane?
Invisibility?
No. How do I know what kind of action a spell counts as in a turn?
It's almost always an action, depending on the spell. It'll
it
say
takes
it
up
in
your
your
attack essentially. Because this says it's a reaction. It's a reaction.
Then it's if she hits you or does something according to the spell, then you react with it instantly. It doesn't
Okay.
take
Well, then that's what I'm doing right here. Hellish
Okay.
Rebuke.
Yeah.
So she just takes. She has to save against 2d10 fire damage for hitting me. I point my sword and my finger at her and smirk.
It's like, I've served hellish powers.
Indeed, I
Prepare to
hang out with
die.
Vampiro.
Actually, dark Fey powers, but you get the gist.
That
We
is
should
my
change that.
I hang out with Vampiro spell.
We should change that
I
to like
do also
dark
have
rebuke
it.
or something. Because yeah, he has
Huh?
that spell too.
Yeah.
We could change it for flavor to cold damage if you wanted to do cold instead of fire.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay.
I don't mind cold damage.
All right. All right. 1, 2. Just to roll save. 1 second.
Dexterity save, which I don't know what does she have to beat? My dexterity?
She has to beat your spell DC. So above your spells, there's a DC.
Which is 12. So.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, tight. That was really close.
So she takes
All right,
2d10 damage.
So you have the option here. So you're doing cold damage, not fire, because you changed which we flavored the spell. Do you want to just freeze her to death, or do you want to leave her alive?
I want to freeze her completely frozen, and then I walk up. And I'm gonna freeze her and then instantly throw my dagger to explode her head and her body of
Hang
ice,
on,
like
right,
Sub-Zero
so-
style finisher.
No, so like May?
Yeah, essentially, like May. That's what I'm going with. Except, yeah. So she'll be frozen, and then I'll throw a dagger at her.
All right. So obviously the crowd is like shocked. They gasp as you finish her off with a blast of cold power.
Phrase.
Her body freezes solid, and obviously with all the gore and fun stuff that goes along with it.
Yeah.
They kind of like retreat back a little ways, and like some of them put their hands over them. I was like,
Quadri assures the crowd all is all right, and he takes a bow, and he likes to thank his audience for witnessing what was a truly chilling performance. All right.
Okay. I can't make puns, but you get to go with chilling performance. Fuck you.
Hey, yeah, it was. People were moved.
So here's how, with a hex blade, how enchantments work is you could, if you wanted an enchantment on a rapier, you can, or on any weapon really, you can take it to an enchanter and get it disenchanted, and for a cost, obviously, and some expertise from whoever you're taking it to, they can transfer the enchantment to another weapon that you own. Vampiro has a different option because of his hexblade, or his sorry, not hexblade, his other power. I can't remember what it's called now. He can literally eat what magic weapons to gain their abilities, but
Chris can, yeah.
Chris is Kirby.
Chris's weapon is Kirby, but only one magic property at a time.
Kyle,
obviously.
Kyle, you should. Yeah, never mind. With all the, you know what? We're gonna move on. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I was gonna say, and then you're just going.
Okay, perfect. Well, that's our thumbnail.
So Quadri, I'm assuming you're going to loot her body.
Yeah. So after taking a bow, Quadri steals the ring off her finger. He made sure that didn't explode in the icy gore, and then takes the rapier that she had and pockets it. I'll probably still leave my rapier currently enchanted, but I might keep hers just to have it.
Yeah.
Just to have another rapier handy. You know, I won't always pull out the big guns.
Well, I'll give you a full name and description later, but for now it'll be Azura's, where's her name? Azella's rapier, and obviously you know kind of what it can do. And the ring is called the shield ring, and I'll give you full descriptions of those as well.
That's fine.
Right now, obviously the shield ring and the weapon are both all discharged, so they're all drained of their power currently.
And I'm assuming I gain renown or infamy or something for that.
You can just murder.
I mean, it was a duel in the street. People were watching.
That I actually am not sure what that would be.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Dual wielding. What am I? The Star Killer of rapiers.
I think she challenged you to a duel. That's a fair duel because she challenged you to a duel.
And then I actually called upon audience. Yeah, she wanted to die. I wasn't committing cold murder. Yes, you were. No, dude, in the Wild West, people used to do this shit all the time. They would challenge another guy, and everyone would be like, well, they're going to fight each other anyway, so let's watch. Murder.
You called in witnesses. You did that. That's all. So that's all good. You are bleeding, by the way, so you are looking a little bit rough, probably, if you're below half HP. That's fine. So yeah, you get the blade, the ring, and I don't know if you want anything on her. If not, that's fine.
What does the town guard do during this whole thing?
Generally, the blade and the ring. I saw the ring do a shield and thought that was cool. I was debating on trying to cut it off her finger, and then I realized I could just kill her.
Yeah, well, you could have cut it off in combat if you were.
Yeah, I was sitting there thinking, should I just try to throw my dagger to cut her ring finger off? And I was like, that seems a little too hard to.
What did you ask, Shane?
What did the town guard do during this whole thing and now? Because he attracted 6 town guards people, if I remember right. So
that is true. So I was working through it in my head, and what I decided was that she attacked first. And it was considered a rightful duel because essentially Quadri was defending himself. And she declared a duel essentially as she was approaching. Quadri drew witnesses, including town guard.
And I said it would be a duel during my songs. Like yes. I basically said that, hey, this is a fight's going down here.
There is cause to sort of have documentation, however. So the city guard will demand one thing, that you come with them to the Obsidian Tower.
Hey, I was headed there anyway.
Excellent.
Let's do it.
I
was headed till this rude lady just totally accosted me in the street.
Because they'll get you to fill out some stuff in the tower. So we'll go Brutalitops and Vampiro. How many? We have 45 minutes left, right? Okay.
Oh yeah.
You guys are headed towards Knavesport. Knavesport is a hive of scum and villainy, kind of. It's obviously where they receive a lot of their goods from other areas along the river, other small towns and such like that. But it's the closest thing that Rote has to sort of like a sailor port, and a lot of scuzzy people hang out here. There is one thing in particular that you might know, and I'm going to get you to roll a knowledge roll for this. Let's see. Knowledge history local, so knowledge history to see if you know about this particular aspect of town. Okay. Absolutely not. You are. You have never
advantage in that roll.
You have never been to this area of town in your life.
Yeah, I'm obviously kidding, by the way. I just guys.
And Vampiro, you also I don't know if you've been to Rote before, but I would say that if you roll these kind of rolls, you might have your memories returned, but in this case they don't. So what's your first act upon reaching Knavesport? Like, what are you guys up to? What do you want to do?
We're gonna go to start checking out the CD bars.
All right, so the CD bars are all around the port area on the outside. So you find people are quite reluctant to talk to you around here. You can head in, but everyone's sort of like turning away from you, ignoring your presence, that kind of thing. So are you going to do anything to like make your presence known, or maybe enforce your authority, or maybe do diplomacy?
Oh, definitely not do diplomacy. Come on. So I'm gonna say probably not too much of a stretch for me to be suspicious of Valor trying to take off, and like I feel like I know, like I don't think it's like I know I wasn't there for his conversation, but like we've known each other for many years, and I know that he's a righteous man, and I'm like
that would be an insight roll of I'd say DC 8. So go ahead and try insight. It's a good chance you get it.
Yep.
Yeah, you got it. So you suspect that he's up to something. You'll probably try to impede you in some way.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna say is, we're
Right,
just
the
gonna
hunt for Pinkman.
We're gonna start running in and just like doing like quick checks of like, okay, we're gonna check the bar, see, because he's an orc, isn't he, Pinkman?
Yeah, he's a bar or orc.
he is a bar. Yeah. So like we just have to run in. And start
Good luck finding him. He's a bar.
Yeah. So we just run in and start looking for orcs and. You know, like we're like, all right, like is
Got a
this
character
Pinkman?
sheet.
Is that one Pinkman? And we're just like quick sweeps. We're not staying having chats with anybody. We're just
Pinkman's a barbarian, apparently.
Orcs are pretty easy to spot. They have obviously bulky frames. They often wear unusual clothing because their culture is a lot different from human culture all the way to the west. And so yeah, it doesn't take you long to sort of sweep the area for orcs. Let's see if there's any random encounters going on here. Nope. So no one in this particular establishment gives a fuck about what you're doing. At this point, we're gonna sort of try to resolve a little bit of what Valor has activated. So you said how many?
He had 10, but 6 of them were taken out.
No, I had five teams.
Five groups of 2 to 3.
2 to 3.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought it was 5 groups.
So. Yeah, let me resolve the randomness of 2 to 3 with a 1d5 because I'm just that meticulous for some reason.
That's okay.
Or did I even do it? I have 3. So 3 of the groups have 3. So 3, 6, 9, 9, 11, 13. So 6 out of 13 have been distracted for the time being. So that leaves 7. So let's see here. 7 chances to get a 19 or a 20. 1 second. Let's do the first trial.
So, are Chris and I hoping for a 19 or a 20?
I am.
No, this is from Valor's perspective.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna roll 7 rolls. If one of those rolls is a 19 or 20, they will find Pinkman before you, and this will just happen once in a while. I'm not going to do it too often to you guys, obviously.
Chris, fingers crossed. No.
All right. So obviously there was a good chance that this would happen.
Sorry, the microphone was making.
So you are.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I was just making sure.
No,
You
okay.
hear a commotion coming from outside Brutalitops and Vampiro. Something about it attracts your attention, in that one of the voices that's causing the commotion is a orc voice. Grrr! Something like that.
So I'm going to run towards that, obviously.
All right, so out in the street, you see someone's emerging from a stairwell of some kind. Something like a little memory maybe occurs to you, and I'll just give you this piece of information about the city. In Knavesport, there are certain taverns that are at the water, like literally at the water level, and these are considered to be like the deep taverns. You would have probably, if you got that role, you would have known that. So you see, let's see, looks like one group of, I'll make it 2, that is carrying or hauling Pinkman out of the depths and onto the street. So he's right there. He's surrounded by 2, a city guard, however,
Okay.
one in each arm.
How close is he to the water?
They're not very far at all. They're probably about 5 feet away from the edge of the water.
Okay, Dane, I'm gonna save you some time. You should just drop the battle map right now. Just gonna save you some time because they can't outrun me. I have charge. So
yeah, you have.
Okay,
really-
but you know what's gonna happen instead? You know what's gonna happen instead?
No,
Do you know what's gonna happen instead?
No.
Do you know what's gonna happen instead?